this opportunity and welcome you out to our January 3rd, 2017 council session. Like I said, Happy New Year to everybody. We'll have a roll call by Madam Clerk.
District 1.
Present.
District 2.
Present.
District 3.
Here.
District 4. Here. District 5.
Present.
Let the minutes reflect that all council persons are here.
Any more concern?
One other thing, about the garbage over at Cahaba, and then are you all still staging it there? Okay, is there any, this is something you continuing to do because it is the residents, as I told you, the residents there, I don't know, are complaining about the smell, and some of them, some of the individuals say that they have seen buzzards or other vermins or whatever over in that area. I understand you told me it was for temporary, but is there, is this something?
It's a staging area.
Okay, that's not,
Mr. Bill,
that's
why
not,
the garbage not going to the landfill?
But see, if we don't do it the way we're doing it at this moment, we would have to change the whole garbage thing. And then you think you got complaints. See, that area, on that area, we would have to separate the days. In other words, instead of getting all the trash on Tuesday, we would have to say like the Cedars would get theirs on a day. Other section to get theirs on a day. Another section will get theirs on another day.
Well, we're gonna have to make some changes because not only that.
So you think you got complaints?
Not only the buses
That's
out there,
not-
they
that's not
got
sanitary.
raccoons
That's
and, you got raccoons and you got possums and you got children, plenty of children out there in Cahaba Heights, and that area extends all the way over, all down into the airport. That's not.
It's not staying. It's only a staging area. It's like you
Well,
set
it
your
should-
trash on the curb.
Yeah, but
That's
it
a
should-
staging
so
area.
you all just pouring that down, letting it
And we come
down
get it.
and come back again?
Once we finish the routes, we start hauling.
So you thinking that their complaints are not legitimate, that's the best we can do? Is there any?
At the moment, that's the best we
I'm gonna
can do.
ask, because that's, can we look at it again? Must be, because
I mean,
I wouldn't want that.
We haul it off
And you
until
wouldn't want
we don't
that,
end our
right?
day until we finish.
Okay, I understand.
One day it ended up staying because the truck had broke down. But then we got a loaner truck, so you know.
I can understand now, that's a temporary,
It's only a
something
staging
happened.
area. Yeah.
But this happening every week. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
only
This
a-
is so,
You set your trash out every week. That's a staging area. Until the trash truck come and get it.
okay.
And hauls it off.
I really.
You understand what I'm saying?
man.
It's only staging now.
Okay.
Then we hose it on and off. It don't stay overnight.
Okay, but they are, and I came around, I've spoken with you about it. And I look at it, and the way that garbage is out there like that, I wouldn't want it close to me. And it's not so much of what I want, if it wasn't a complaint, but if we can do better, I'm asking you if you all would look into that and see what other options you have, and I'm sure, because that hadn't been done like that all the time. And I hope that you all would review
Well,
that.
the only other option other than what I mentioned is get us another trash truck.
Whatever, like I
You
said,
know,
them.
and we yet
that's
waiting
not-
on it, so
That's right. So, with that being out there like that, that open garbage.
So you said if you split the days,
no, you can have no problem.
you just split the day.
I don't have anything to report this time. Y'all have anything for me?
I have a question for you. I've been receiving several complaints about garbage being buried out there at DeWitt, all the way down in there. They have been complaining because they have possums, raccoons, other insects in that area out there. And my next question is, why isn't that garbage being carried to directly to the landfill instead of being buried out there where so many children are? A lot of children.
You said buried.
Yes.
We're not burying garbage here. No, we're not burying garbage. The EMA got us on the alert right now, so.
On the layoffs, what are your guys' plans to try to get them up, because we have a lot of limbs in everybody's district?
Right now with the limbs, it's, we on the house. The ADM called us, and matter of fact came and met with me, and gave us what I would say a order pretty much. He said he was getting complaints from Mr. Eden, matter of fact, and he said he called him several times. So as of now, we had to shut it down. We can't haul it to the landfill because we can't cover it. And so right now, it's gonna have to sit until we come up with a contingency plan. We can't haul it to the landfill because we can't cover it. And so right now, it's gonna have to sit until we come up with a contingency plan.
And for the record, my complaints had nothing to do with limbs. It had everything to do with trash being dumped behind City Hall and trash being dumped over by the Cahaba apartments. It is not right. So I just wanted to set the record straight on that when my name was called. Just making sure this is right. It had nothing to do with limbs. That's all I have. Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. To the mayor of the council. We don't have pretty much too much to report today. We have other trucks should be ready sometime this week, so the trash run will be speedy. We're doing all we can to keep on the target. So far, it's taking us a little longer, but managing that. With your potholes, the county came in today to help us. We got our streets. We did some of the streets ourselves with what we had, the resources we have. So, and that came in. So, a lot of times they supply us too. So, and that we try to do the patchwork, so they can do the unfinished work. So, we're good on that. Now, I know everybody wondering why it's warm in here, but see, we have to, when the winter comes, we have to set the boiler because everything is controlled from downstairs. And so, now if y'all ask us to cut it off so the air can go, we can't reset it until it's time to put the heat back on. And so that's gonna be on y'all. So it's gonna be uncomfortable for a minute until we, reset that. Because everything is controlled from this building is older than us, a lot of people in here. So, if I may, I'm gonna ask one question, Mayor and Council. Can I be candid for just one moment? our guys and our doing the best we can with the resources we have. With all the opposition coming against us, following us around, videoing us, taking pictures of us. We trying to get everything that all the citizens that calls my phone to ask me to do. We try to stay above the law and do what the law says to get things done. Now, I came up against a problem with our limb situation because we had the opposition of folks fighting us. Now, I think I have a solution. Those that have the limbs, they can, when they're cutting the limbs out, just cut them up in smaller pieces so we can haul them off. Now, it's not, I don't want to take on the job and go tell them. So if your constituents ask you to ask, can we come haul it, and while we have it, just say, just cut it up smaller. Then we can haul it, because see, we can haul it as long as we can cover it. I don't believe the person that made all these calls wanted that problem. But we can continue to do what we do. Because see, in the bottom of the day, I'm still a preacher. And I pray and I want this city to move forward. Even if I move away from being superintendent or supervisor or whatever, I want things to still move, because if my stuff was out there, I want somebody to come get it. Because we paying money. So, if y'all can get with y'all constituents when it comes to limbs. Now, we'll still move furniture and whatever, because we can do this. That stuff can be covered. The limbs is hanging over the sides of our truck. In other words, they're going to have to cover it. They're going to have to cut it more. And then it'll fix it where we can get it in, and we can get that taken care of.
It's clear that when Mr. Bell contacted or was contacted by ADM may have told them, or probably did, I'm pretty sure, stop dumping trash behind the apartments and behind the city hall. But not once did Mr. Bell say, ADM said, don't pick up the limbs from the citizens. In fact, the reason why, and you can hear it from his own mouth, Mr. Bell said the city can't pick up the limbs and take it to the landfill because they can't cover it on the truck. So they're asking, or want to ask, the citizen to cut the limbs whenever they trim a tree or put limbs on the street, to cut them in smaller pieces so when they do load it on the truck, they can cover it and then deliver it to the landfill. So that has absolutely nothing to do with them dumping trash and being cited by ADM. It is weird how when one citizen is concerned and want to shine a light on the things that are being done illegally by the city or departments within the city, that they want to discredit him, without citizens trying to be responsible citizens and letting other citizens know what's going on. The public would be blind, and all these things will continue to happen behind closed doors, and no one would even know it.
Well, Bill, I would just like to say that in that seeing how the guys work, I would just like to let you and those guys know that they are not alone. That's a city problem. It's not just you and those guys. Whenever someone make an attack, it is an attack actually on the city, and we are not. We know that we need to do some things to get more equipment and more service, but I want you and your team to know that it's not just an attack on you. It's an attack on the city, and whenever, and I do have individuals that call, and I do appreciate when we get a call, what you can do, you tell them you're going to do it, and you get out there and do it. What you can't do, sometimes they don't like it. But when I do appreciate when we get get something to go back with letting us understand why this can't be done. Those things that, but we know as a city that as far as that equipment and everything, it needs to be improved, and I don't want you to take it as a personal attack, or your workers to take it as a personal attack. This is something that, the whole city we need to, look at, but we do appreciate, I can say, for me and my constituents, we appreciate what you all do. And because I understand, I take that opportunity to go back and explain it to the constituents. Like I say, sometimes it's not well received, but I have to give them what I got. So, just want you to understand that.
My stance from it, I couldn't rest knowing that we gonna have stuff out there. I'm just sorry. I couldn't do it. We had to still figure out a better way to do it. And right now, that's the best solution I can come with. You just have to cut it up more, or we can get it in. Because if a tree fall, because I have to leave sometime in the middle of the night when the weather changes, and then knock down a whole tree. Normally, we can go out there and get it and put it over, and we can carry it over and take where we look, where we take it. But see, now it's gonna have to be cut all the way up. So, so a lot of times what I'm gonna have to do now is just push it to the side to the next day. To me, myself, and my other guys, we come back and cut it up, so we can hold it. Because everything going to the landfill has to be cut. It has to be cut. So. And I feel like that's the best way. But personally, I'm not going to explain it. I want, I was just asking for y'all to tell y'all constituents. Because they following the video, taping us. I don't even understand why they at me. I don't get it. I haven't done nothing to none of them. So. But
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Do you have anything for your district?
And like Mr. Bell said, he want to speak candid. I speak candid about his statement. All the things he said, I don't mind. Yes, I'm one of those who've been calling him and turning him in, because what he was doing was illegal. But he also said that they are trying to stay above the law. Something wrong with that. How can you stay above the law or stay within the law when you know you're breaking the law? Councilwoman Jones asked him when she first come on the council, "Are you dumping garbage over by Cahaba Apartments?" "Yes, we are, and the reason why we are dumping this garbage over there." He told her, and she asked him to stop. He didn't stop. Here it is a year, what'd you say, 15 months? 15 months later, he wants to accuse me of causing the problem with limbs. And I told him in the last meeting that my complaint had nothing to do with limbs. It's putting garbage beside the Cahaba Apartments and putting garbage in the parking lot of Uniontown, in the back of the city hall. Yeah, I catch him doing it, I'm gonna turn him in. I ain't nothing ashamed of my game.